Welcome back to Talking Fitchburg. Officer Jay Wilson from the Fitchburg Police Department's here. He's our favorite guest.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Wendy. I know you brought the treats, but Jay is he's the man. So thanks for coming out. So first off, how was hosting the show?
Oh, I had a great time. I thought when I got to the boat launch after when I went fishing later on, all these people said, "I saw your show. It was just great. You and Preston did a wonderful job."
Wow. High praise from the seas.
That's right.
Well, in a couple of weeks, both Preston and I are going to be gone. So maybe fingers crossed we can get you to host the show again.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Because it's going to be you and Andrew.
All right. Well, Andrew does a great job. I'm sure we can make it through.
Andrew always wanted to be in the back, so
Yep.
I don't know what that means. But
We talked about it. He can't be separated from his trophies. He loves those trophies back there.
Andrew, you're just not going to chime in on this? You got to get in on this.
I went back there and I told him I could run. I was going to turn some knobs and levers for him and everything while the show was going on.
No wonder the show went down. As bad as the World Series game. All right.
Oof.
So, Jay, this weekend, one of your favorite events with the police department, I assume.
It's Halloween tomorrow night.
Are you excited?
I am. I'm always excited. Us as officers have a lot of enjoyment going out on Halloween. We go out in the neighborhoods. We've been doing it for many years, handing out glow necklaces. So for all the parents and kids, if you'll see the officers out in the neighborhood, make sure you wave us down. We usually try to chase the kids down and look for the big groups and hand out the glow necklaces. And if you're, we're going to be out also with Preston from the FACTv. So if you're having a Halloween party at your house, or some people really get into the decorations and they have haunted houses, if you can just either drop myself an email or let us know here at FACTv.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we stop with your address. We'll make sure we stop by your house. So you put all that hard work into putting all those decorations out and making your on the exterior of your house and maybe setting up a haunted house. Well, we'll give you a little credit and get you on FACTv. So
That's right. That's a good idea, Jay. Please send those emails in.
When I first came to Fitchburg and started working at FACTv, I was just blown away by this event.
Yeah.
It's so cool that you guys get out. Officers get out of their cars. They're walking down the neighborhoods, handing out glow sticks. You've done pizza in the past. I mean, it's a really great opportunity for people to come up. And it's great for you guys to interact with the kids, too, so they get to know you.
It is, and also we've had a lot of, over the years, Halloween's been pretty safe. We did have a couple years ago, we had a lost child, but to the officers being in the neighborhood, it didn't take long to find the child. He just was so excited, he probably headed off to the next house before mom and dad could keep up. So, but a few tips, though, when, of course, for the youngsters, and Halloween's kind of become a family thing where people go out, it's like neighbors get together, you see them with wagons, and they go from house to house, and they trick-or-treat, and it's a great opportunity for neighbors to get together, or else go from house to house and talk to their neighbors that are handing out the candy. And like we mentioned earlier, it's from 5 to 8 o'clock, and if you're going to participate, turn your outside lights on. I think one of them came to mind, one of the most important tips that I want to get out, of course, is for people is don't go in somebody's house, especially now if it's somebody that's a family member or a real close friend, but even a neighbor house where you may not know the person, don't go in somebody's house. Just go up to the door, ring the bell, and get your treat, and then continue on your way. And a lot of the parents will just stand at the curb, but keep an eye on your kids and make sure if there's sidewalks in your neighborhood, use the sidewalks. And like Preston mentioned earlier about crossing at the crosswalks, make sure you cross the street safe and have a flashlight. Again, for people handing out treats, we recommend that you do the store-bought treats. Some people like to do homemade treats, but we recommend the store-bought. That way parents can inspect the candy when they get home to make sure the wrappers are sealed so that it's safe.
Now, if you see, and it would be a little bit more difficult, but if people are seeing suspicious activity, something's not right, what do you guys recommend?
We recommend always to give us a call. If you're walking through, if you're trick-or-treating in your own neighborhood and all of a sudden you notice, of course, we do get an influx of a lot of people that actually drive to the neighborhoods. A lot of people from apartment complexes or different areas drive to the neighborhoods and then trick-or-treat in the neighborhoods. I guess that says a lot for Fitchburg that it's a good, safe place to trick-or-treat. But if you notice somebody driving around that doesn't appear to be really trick-or-treating, or the car just seems suspicious, or you see some inappropriate behavior going on, make sure you give us a call at the police department because officers will be really close and we can come and check. Sometimes it just turns out to be nothing, but who knows what we may find.
It's just better to be safe than sorry,
That's
really,
right.
on that. So that's good. And so you're handing out the glow necklaces, right?
We are.
So how many officers are going to be out? Do you know?
Well, we're going to have, I believe we're going to have 5 extra officers plus our regular, probably 4 to 6 officers on patrol. So there'll probably be 10, 12 of us out in the neighborhoods. We try to get an officer assigned to each neighborhood so we don't miss anybody. And then we've got, I think we ordered probably 2,000 or 2,500 glow necklaces. So we should have plenty to go around. And we usually always manage to give them all away. Sometimes we may end up with maybe 50 or 100 left, but we have great success handing them out.
I don't know. I just think this is such a great, really cool thing by you guys. So,
Yeah.
And I think certainly people will appreciate it. From the times that I've come out with you,
Yep,
the
yep.
parents have been awesome. And
It's really fun. Whenever I've gone out, it's so fun because the kids are so excited when they see you guys, and it's really fun just watching them get really excited about. I mean, the whole night's exciting for them, and it's fun to watch them interact with you guys and have a really positive experience there.
Yeah, and to let people know too, we, of course, if you're out and if you meet up with Preston and the officer that actually is going to be out with his father, who's a sergeant here on the
Right.
police department, they're
Right.
going to be out.
Ooh,
So they'll
called
be
you out.
taking video for our Eye on Crime show and here for Fitchburg
Yep.
Cable. Also, there'll be officers out probably with cameras. So if you want to have your picture taken, and again, we're very careful about how we use the pictures also.
Of course.
And but we just take them because it's. I think the kids like having their picture taken, and some people like to know that they're going to be on. They always ask, "Am I going to be on TV?" when they see
Yep.
that big camera, so they get pretty excited about it.
Awesome. So again, reminder that the trick-or-treating hours are 5 to 8 on Saturday. And if you look up at the screen here, you've got stay alert, stay visible, and stay safe. The officers will be around. Make sure you come up to them, get the glow stick, and just stay safe. If you're wearing masks, maybe take them off when you're crossing the street, that sort of thing.
Right.
Just be careful. Sidewalks are uneven some places. It's easy to trip and fall. I always feel bad at my house. I've got where I sprained my ankle. We've got a really bad sidewalk there, so be careful when you're walking up and just have fun, right?
Yeah, and maybe for folks who are just going to be staying home giving out candy, of course, have your light on to let people know they can come up. But maybe if you have a walkway, try and light that well so that way people don't trip or get hurt right there.
Yeah, turn your outside lights on, and then also for the trick-or-treaters, if you can take a flashlight with you, and like Jeremy mentioned, wear a costume that fits properly, and make sure if you're going to be wearing masks and that, usually it's the smaller kids so their parents are with them, maybe they can hold their hand or just keep an eye on them so that they can walk safely. And then it's something else I read that also too that it just came to mind is a lot of people with their pumpkins, they may have a candle in them, so again, be careful
Right.
with your costumes and that you don't want to get close to an open flame because you wouldn't want some of these costumes, could be flammable and that you don't want any tragedy of something catching fire. So just be careful when it comes to the pumpkins. That they're fun to look at, but just be careful and think about these things. And for parents or for people also, for when they put their pumpkins, their jack-o'-lanterns out and they light them up, if you're using a candle, just make sure they're far enough away so that
Right.
your doorway isn't obstructed, so the trick-or-treaters, all them ghosts and goblins, can get up to the door and get their candy safely.
All right, Jay, thank you so much for coming in. And
Well, thanks
giving
for
the
asking
tips.
me.
Good luck this weekend, and we'll see you next week for the beginning of the month. In case you didn't know, you're back.
I have it on my calendar.
Fantastic, Jay. All right, we'll be right back to wrap up the show. Talk Fitchburg.